Shalom to my brothers and sisters in the body of Yahuwshua HaMashiyach, and shalom, shalom to the scattered Hebrew Israelites who are throughout the four corners of the earth. Today, I bring you a reminder and a word for today. The title of the word is The Reminder for the Makeup Passover, as known as Feast of Unleavened Bread in Zeph or Zev. Now, today's date on the Heathens / Satan's calendar is Sunday, May the 7th, 2017 AD. On Yahuwah's calendar, the date is in the second month known as Zev or Ziph, on the 10th day of the moon, 2017 to 2018 AD. And the phase of the day while this video is being made is during the daylight phase, my brothers and sisters. So far, from what Yahuwah has shown unto me, through his word and through other many resources, he has confirmed that we are definitely in the seventh day from Adam, which is the 12,000 year from creation. Now, so far, according to the research that was done, and again, what the Father has shown to me, so far, what I have is that we are in the 7,485th year. And when you convert that time to better Israel time, you get 7,088 years. And when you convert it to the Jewish people time, who is the sons of Japheth and the sons of Esau, you would get 5,777 years. And the reason why their years are shorter is because they do not believe in the Messiah. See, they are waiting for the last anti-Messiah to come. That is whom they believe in, for they are truly the synagogue of Satan. So for more understanding with these end-time prophecies, especially between Esau and Jacob, read 2 Esdras chapter 6 and chapter 7. The links to those scriptures will be listed in the video description box. Because when you read the word from 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 8, and Psalms chapter 90, verse 4, you will come to learn that 1,000 days to Yahuwah, that 1,000 years to Yahuwah is a day unto him. Therefore, 7 days unto Yahuwah is 7,000 years. Also, in your spare time, read 2 Esdras chapter 13, for that will give you more insight with the end time prophecy and with the Messiah. So let us begin. The first announcement is, if you have not watched Yahuwah prophetic message, I highly recommend Israelites that you watch the first message, for that message directly to you. And in his second message, Israelites and Gentiles, that message is for you. Please watch that when you have some time. It's very important. And share those messages with your brothers and sisters. The second announcement is, if you are a Levite, you definitely want to watch this video titled The Holy Days and Feasts, Judgment Against the Levites, because you need to be aware of the judgment that the Most High have against you. For this judgment will carry over in the new eternal kingdom. Now, for those who come against us for keeping a memorial on Yahuwah holy days and holy feast days, shame on you, because the word do support us to do so. So this video too is for you, for it gives you the scriptures and will show you that in the new eternal kingdom, we shall keep these holy days and holy feast days, such as the new moons, the Sabbaths, Passover, Pentecost, Feast of Tabernacles, and other holy days and feasts. Now, the scriptures I want you to read, my brothers and sisters, to understand the makeup Passover in the second month are Numbers chapter 9, 2 Chronicles chapter 30, and Exodus chapter 12. Also, in addition to that, there are, I think, at least 3 videos that talks about Passover which is the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and what you should do throughout this 8-day feast. So in the video description box, this link will be there for you to click on and watch those videos that pertain to Passover as well as to other holy days. Now, the second video I want you to watch when you have some time, because it's very important, because it does actually still tie into the makeup Passover, is the forgiveness of sins equals healing. Many of you are still bound and still suffering and are in pain, and you're being afflicted spiritually and physically. But the only way you can be healed or delivered, it starts with forgiveness of sins. So when you have some time, watch that video. Now, the last thing you're probably wondering, why in the world did I call the Gregorian calendar the Heathens / Satan calendar? Well, when you watch these videos that will be listed in the video description box, your mouth gonna drop, and you will learn that the Bible is being fulfilled. So the question I want you to meditate on before you watch those videos, I want you to think about this. How do you know the 7th day you are keeping is Yahuwah's Sabbath day? Provide the evidence. Prove all things. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 21. And watch the videos to find out when is Yahuwah's 7th day, the Sabbath. And I know you're scratching your head. And the reason why I'm telling you to watch these videos, because we had not we, but some of us did not know that they have removed 10 to 13 days from the Gregorian calendar. Also, there was many other errors. That was found in the Gregorian calendar. So this is why I'm telling you to watch those videos, so you can receive Yahuwah's truth that pertains to his calendar and to his holy days, especially his Sabbath day, the 7th day. So as you can see, we are living a time where his word is being fulfilled, especially Daniel chapter 7, verse 23 through 25. Because when you read those scriptures, you will see why this proverb is being quoted. And it says, "He who controls the calendar controls the world. Who controls you? The day on which you worship, calculated by which calendar you use, reveals which God / lowercase god you are worshiping." Okay, that comes from FOUB. When you get a chance, watch the video first, then read the article in angelpublication.com, the whole article, to understand what this proverb means. Okay, now for the word Passover, known as Feast of Unleavened Bread, for it starts on the second month, the 14th day, and ends on the 21st day. For we know Passover is an 8-day feast. Okay. Now, in the videos that you'll watch pertaining to Passover that I recommend, I did forget to mention that during this holy feast, you are to stay away from bread and other baked goods or foods with leaven. Now, leaven is an ingredient that makes things rise, okay, such as yeast, baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, and etc. So when you get some time, look up leaven and get familiar with the ingredients that is used for leaven, okay? Very important. So when you're buying your foods, read the ingredients and then you'll know whether that food item has leaven or not, okay? Now, you also need to make sure that the leaven is removed from your house before the 15th day of Ziv, okay? And we are not to have any leaven in our house from the 15th to the 21st day of this holy feast. Again, read Exodus chapter 12 and those other scriptures that are recommended that are listed in the videos. Okay. Now we should read Numbers chapter 9, verse 1 to 14, and 2 Chronicles chapter 30. And in this video, we will not read Exodus chapter 12. That is some homework that you can do during this 8-day holy feast that's going to come up. Okay? And just FYI, since today is Ziv, the 10th, when you read Exodus chapter 12, you would notice that our ancestors, the Hebrew Israelites, got the lamb on the 10th day. Again, that's a spiritual meaning behind that and why the number 10 is used. Okay? So let us go to the word and to Numbers chapter 9. And we're going to read verse 1 through 14 of the King James 1611 Holy Bible. I'm going to read the Bible summary to you first. Numbers chapter 9, the summary. The Passover is commanded again. A second Passover allowed for them that were unclean or absent. The cloud guided the removings and encampings of the Israelites. Verse 1. And Yahuwah spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year after they were come out of Egypt, saying, so this was the first month in the second year they were out of Egypt, my brothers and sisters. Okay, let us continue. Saying, let the children of Israel also keep the Passover at his appointed season. In the 14th day of this month, at even, you shall keep it in his appointed time, his appointed season, according to all the rites of it, and according to all the ceremonies thereof shall ye keep it. And Moses spake unto the children of Israel that they should keep the Passover. So now we receive confirmation they would keep the Passover in the same manner and form that was done in the month of Abib. Okay? I also want to point out to you that, again, Passover starts at sundown. All right? And it's confirmed in verse 3. For it said, in the 14th day of this month at even. Okay? Verse 5. And they kept the Passover on the 14th day of the first month at even in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that Yahuwah commanded Moses. So did the children of Israel. And there were certain men who were defiled by the dead body of a man, that they could not keep the Passover on that day. And they came before Moses and before Aaron on that day. And those men said unto him, we are defiled by the dead body of a man. Wherefore are we kept back, that we may not offer an offering of Yahuwah in his appointed season among the children of Israel. Verse 8. And Moses said unto them, stand still, and I will hear what Yahuwah will command concerning you. Now, this verse is a great example, my brothers and sisters, to show you that when you have a question and you don't understand something in the word, the first thing we should do is to seek Yahuwah in the name of Yahuwshua HaMashiyach, who is the Messiah. We should seek out our Father in heaven for the answer. Stop running to man, for man is only flesh. Okay? This is why the Messiah left his spirit here upon this earth, for his spirit shall teach us all things. The Comforter. Read 1 John chapter 2 and the book of John chapter 14 to chapter 16, and Luke 11 verse 9 through 13. But let us continue. Verse 9. And Yahuwah spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if any man of you or your prosperity shall be unclean by reason of a dead body, or be in a journey afar off, yet he shall keep the Passover unto Yahuwah. Now, notice in this verse that he used the word prosperity. It's talking about children. And also, when you look at the word man in Hebrew, it would go back to Adam. For Adam is the name of our species. Therefore, my sisters, you are included in this verse too. You have to keep Passover as well. Okay. And prosperity means your children, your descendants, your progeny, your seed. Okay. Let us continue. Verse 11. The 14th day of the second month at even, they shall keep it and eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. Now, notice everything that the Father commands us to do is to teach us spiritually and a carnal message. Okay? Pay very close attention to why our Father asks us to eat unleavened bread and bitter herbs. He's trying to teach us a lesson here. He's trying to give us understanding. Let us continue. Verse 12. They shall leave none of it until the morning, nor break any bone of it according to all the ordinances of the Passover. They shall keep it. So nothing is to remain, and the Passover bone cannot be broken. Again, they will follow the same laws, which is called the ordinances of how to keep Passover. Verse 13, but the man that is clean and is not in a journey and forbear to keep the Passover, even the same soul shall be cut off from his people, because he brought not the offering of Yahuwah in his appointed season. That man shall bear his sin. So as you can see in this verse, Yahuwah don't pray for the nation of Israel and for those Gentiles who join in covenant with them, as written in Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 10 to 15, they are to keep the Passover. And if they do not, they would be cut off from the nation of Israel, from the kingdom of Israel. As you can see, our Father in heaven do not play. Now let us read verse 14. And if a stranger shall sojourn among you, and will keep the Passover unto Yahuwah, according to the ordinances of the Passover, and according to the matter thereof, so shall he do. He shall have one ordinance both for the stranger and for him that was born in the land. And you can see in this verse, the word stranger is talking about a Gentile who is not a Hebrew Israelite. For as you can see in the Most High Holy Land, he had the same law for the Israelites and for the Gentiles. Okay, something very important to meditate on here, because the same thing is with the new covenant. You see, my brothers and sisters, nothing has changed. But now we are worshiping the Father in spirit and in truth, a mystery that many do not understand. You really need to read the whole volume of the book, and you will see that those who enter into the old covenant is no different from those who are entering into the new covenant that was established by our Messiah, who is Yahuwshua HaMashiyach, the son of Yahuwah. Okay? Now, what I like about this site is that it gives you access to the precepts. So take this time now to pause your screen to get that. And also you can look at the actual writings of this King James 611 Bible for Numbers chapter 9. All you have to do is click on the picture and you can see it in a viewable form. Okay? Now let us go to 2 Chronicles chapter 30. 2 Chronicles chapter 30, and we're going to read the whole chapter. And we're going to start with the Bible summary first. 2 Chronicles chapter 30, the summary. Hezekiah proclaimeth a solemn Passover on the second month for Judah and Israel. The assembly, having destroyed the altars of idolatry, keep the feast 14 days. The priests and Levites blessed the people. Now here's the proof to let you know that all 12 tribes was present during the time of the Messiah. Because in 2 Chronicles chapter 30, it's giving you the proof there was a remnant of the northern kingdom. For when you see the word Judah and Israel, it's talking about their kingdom. So you have the southern kingdom, and then you had the northern kingdom. Okay? Southern kingdom was called Judah, northern kingdom was called Israel. So in the southern kingdom of Judah, which is Judah kingdom, you have four groups of people. They are the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Levi, the tribe of Benjamin, and you have a remnant of the northern kingdom, which are the 10 tribes. And I'm going to try to name them for you, and forgive me if I miss one. We have Reuben, Ephraim, Manasseh, Dan, Asher, Issachar, Zebulon, Simeon, Naphtali, and I believe I didn't say Asher. Forgive me, but if I miss one, look in Revelation chapter 7, and also look in Torah for all of the 10 tribes. Okay? That is one of the biggest important information that many people miss. The southern kingdom, which is called Judah, is made up of four groups of people. For there was a remnant of the northern kingdom that was still among Judah. Okay? Let us read now, verse 1. And Hezekiah sent to all Israel and Judah, and wrote letters also to Ephraim and Manasseh, that they should come to the house of Yahuwah at Jerusalem to keep the Passover unto Yahuwah El of Israel. For the king has taken counsel, and his priests, and all the congregation in Jerusalem, to keep the Passover in the second month. For they could not keep it at that time, because the priests had not sanctified themselves sufficiently, neither had the people gathered themselves together to Jerusalem. Verse 4. And the thing pleased the king and all the congregation. So they established a decree to make proclamation throughout all Israel, from Beersheba even to Dan, that they should come to keep the Passover unto Yahuwah El of Israel at Jerusalem, for they had not done it of a long time in such short, as it was written. Verse 6. So the post went with the letters from the king and his princes throughout all Israel and Judah, and according to the commandment of the king, saying, Ye children of Israel, turn again unto Yahuwah El of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, and he will return to the remnant of you that are escaped out of the hand of the kings of Assyria. Now, you definitely want to highlight that, because, again, in the southern kingdom that was called Judah, in Judah kingdom, this is proven to you there was a remnant of the 10 tribes. Okay? Highlight that verse. But let us continue to read. Verse 7. And be not ye like your fathers and like your brethren, which trespass against your which trespass against Yahuwah El of their fathers, who therefore gave them up to desolation, as ye see. Verse 8. Now be ye not stiff-necked as your fathers were, but yield yourselves unto Yahuwah, and enter into his sanctuary, which he has sanctified forever, and serve Yahuwah your El, that the fierceness of his wrath may turn away from you. For if ye turn again unto Yahuwah, your brethren and your children shall find compassion before them that lead them captive, so that they shall come again into this land. For Yahuwah your El is gracious and merciful, and will not turn away his face from you if ye return unto him. Verse 10. So the posts passed from city to city through the country of Ephraim and Manasseh, even unto Zebulun. But they laughed them to scorn and mocked them. Verse 11. Nevertheless, divers of Asher and Manasseh and of Zebulun humbled themselves and came to Jerusalem. Also in Judah, the hand of Yahuwah was given. Also in Judah, the hand of Yahuwah was to give them one heart to do the commandment of the king and of the princes by the word of Yahuwah. As we can see, our father supported what they did. For his hand, the hand of Yahuwah, was given to them to have one heart to do the commandment that was ordered by their king and by the princes and by the word. Let us continue, verse 13. And there assembled at Jerusalem much people to keep the feast of unleavened bread in the 2nd month, a very great congregation. And they arose and took away the altars that was in Jerusalem, and all the altars for incense took they away, and cast them into the brook Kidron. Now Kidron is also known as, it start with a C, Cedron, and forgive my tongue if I mispronounce it. So as you can see, they broke down those idol altars that was in Jerusalem, and they cast them away. Verse 15. Then they killed the Passover on the 14th day of the 2nd month, and the priests and the Levites were ashamed and sanctified themselves, and brought in the burnt offerings into the house of Yahuwah. Verse 16. And they stood in their place after their manner, according to the law of Moses, the man of Yahuwah. The priests sprinkled the blood, which they received of the hand of the Levites. For there were many in the congregation that were not sanctified. Therefore the Levites had the charge of the killing of the Passover for everyone that was not clean, to sanctify them unto Yahuwah. And when you learn one thing about Yahuwah, he's very holy. You can't go to him any kind of way, for you have to be holy. And verse 17 is an evidence of that, because the people had to be made holy. Let us continue. Verse 18. For a multitude of the people, even many of Ephraim and Manasseh, Issachar and Zebulun, have not cleansed themselves, yet did they eat the Passover, otherwise than it was written. But Hezekiah prayed for them, saying, the good Yahuwah pardon everyone that prepares his heart to seek Yahuwah, the Yahuwah El of his fathers, though he be not cleansed according to the purification of the sanctuary. And Yahuwah hearkened to Hezekiah and healed the people. So even there, Yahuwah will have grace and mercy upon you. For even when Ephraim, Manasseh, Issachar, and Zebulun didn't come in the sanctified way, but you see how their brother Hezekiah interceded for them on their behalf and asked for Yahuwah for forgiveness and to look at their heart. That means look at their true intentions. And Yahuwah pardoned that and healed the people. Again, you want to watch that video about forgiveness of sins equals healing. Okay, let us continue. Verse 21. And the children of Israel that was present at Jerusalem kept the feast of unleavened bread 7 days with gladness. And the Levites and the priests praised Yahuwah day by day, singing with loud instruments unto Yahuwah. So after the Passover day, which was in Ziv 14th, they continued with the feast of unleavened bread for 7 days. And those 7 days was from the 15th to the 21st. Let us continue, verse 22. And Hezekiah spake comfortably unto all the Levites that taught the good knowledge of Yahuwah. And they did eat throughout the feast 7 days, offering peace offerings and making confession to Yahuwah of their fathers. And the whole assembly took counsel to keep other 7 days, and they kept other 7 days with gladness. Do you see, when we come to Yahuwah to celebrate his holy days, we should be rejoicing, we should be happy, we should not gloat and think this is a burden on us. Because as written in Isaiah chapter 58, that even the Sabbath, and which include any other holy day, it should be a day of delight. It should not be a day of burden. So we should come unto Yahuwah and in happiness, in gladness, to worship and serve him. But let us continue. Verse 24. For Hezekiah king of Judah did give to the congregation 1,000 burlocks and 7,000 sheep, and the prince gave to the congregation 1,000 burlocks and 10,000 sheep, and a great number of priests sanctified themselves. And all the congregation of Judah with the priests and the Levites, and all the congregation that came out of Israel, and the strangers that came out of the land of Israel and that dwelt in Judah rejoiced. So you can see Israelites and Gentiles coming together to worship Yahuwah. All praises. Verse 26. So there was great joy in Jerusalem, for since the time of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, there was not the like in Jerusalem. Verse 27. Then the priests, the Levites, arose and blessed the people, and their voice was heard, and their prayer came up to his holy dwelling place, even unto heaven. So, do you see this, my brothers and sisters? Let me read this again. Then the priests, the Levites, arose and blessed the people, and their voice was heard, and their prayer came up to his holy dwelling place, even unto heaven. So Yahuwah hears everything you do, even though he dwells in the higher heavens. Okay? And when you read 2nd Enoch, you will learn more about his heavens. Okay? Take this time now to pause your screen to get those precepts for 2nd Chronicles chapter 30. So this is bringing us to a conclusion of the word. I do want to show you Yahuwah's calendar. For today is the 7th on the Heathens calendar, and it's daylight, so we are on the 10th day of Ziv. Okay. So your makeup Passover day will fall on Ziv the 14th day, and the date for that on the heathen calendar will begin from Ziv the 10th at sundown, ending on Ziv the 11th at sundown. And the 15th day of the Passover, or you can say Feast of Unleavened Bread, will begin on Ziv. Will begin on. Let me look at the right month that we're in. May the 11th at sundown to May the 12th at sundown. Okay. Let me say this again. Passover, which is the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Passover begins on May the 10th at sundown and on May the 11th at sundown. So the 21st day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread will be on May the 17th at sundown and on May the 18th at sundown. Take this time now to pause your screen to get that. And let me bring this other part up. And I'm going to blow it up so you can see it. So take this time now to pause your screen so you can get the dates for the Makeup Passover Day. It starts on May the 10th at sundown, and it shall end on May the 18th at sundown. Okay? And let's see, get the right moon phase. You will have a full moon on the 14th day of the Passover, and then you will have a waning half moon on the 22nd day, falling after the last day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So the waning half moon will be on May the 18th at sundown to May the 19th at sundown. Okay. Full moon would be on May the 10th at sundown to May the 11th at sundown, which is a great sign because Passover and the Feast of Tabernacles falls on a full moon day. Okay. All right. This concludes the words, my brothers and sisters. Also, remember this family, Brother Alayasha and his wife. I haven't got the information yet of whether his wife was sentenced to jail, but her husband was. So remember this family, for they was falsely accused and their children was taken away. So please keep them in your prayers, for they are truly bearing their spiritual cross. And their testimony will also be listed in the video description box. And also in this video, look to your right-hand corner for the letter I, which is lowercase, and click on that to access the video. So I'll close this word out in this prayer. I plead the blood of Yahuwshua upon this video and this video post. Father, I pray that your people will receive understanding your word and understand how we worship you now to spirit and truth in this new covenant. I pray for those who come against us for keeping a memorial on this day, that they too will receive understanding of your word. For many lies was given by all these false religions. I pray for those who want to have a copy of the King James 1611 Bible, that you will provide the resources and the means for them to get their copy. And I also pray for our enemies. I pray that they will return from their wicked ways. But whatever they had planned against us and the pits they done for us, I pray that it fall against them and they fall in their own pits. And I pray for Brother Alayasha and his family. Father, protect them from all danger, harm, and evil, and comfort them during this time of affliction and oppression. Father, use this family to glorify your name and provide them whatever they need. And whatever else I have not asked you in this prayer, Father, I ask that you fulfill it according to your will. In the name of Yahuwshua HaMashiyach, so be it. All right, my brothers and sisters, continue to preach the gospel, for this is the season for the Messiah to return. Make sure the people receive salvation as written in Romans chapter 10, and baptize them in the name of Yahuwshua HaMashiyach. For when you read the whole book of Acts and Mark chapter 16, you will learn that the water baptism was never put away with. Okay? It will still continue, and it's just a reason for that. Okay? For the water baptism is of heaven. And you will learn more about that in the book of Mark. For those who preach against it, you're coming against Yahuwah and against the Messiah. For you're not understanding spiritual things and why the Father and the Messiah command us to do water baptism. Do not listen to the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and the Herodians who continue to feed you leaven, my brothers and sisters. All right, my family, I love you all, and Shalom.